don't be afraid to set boundaries and give consequences to those who don't respect those boundaries, those who break those boundaries. People often avoid setting boundaries and giving consequences because they avoid the discomfort that comes with it. There is a discomfort in you because it's an expression of this energy, the masculine energy, that has yet to be fully integrated. And because you have been avoiding that energy within yourself, you avoid any expression of that energy. The outer experience of setting a boundary and giving a consequence to one who doesn't respect that boundary feels confrontational. And it's confrontational because you're actually confronting not only them in that experience, but you're actually confronting yourself. You're confronting those parts of yourself that you have been avoiding, which is why it feels uncomfortable to start integrating these boundaries and start giving these consequences in your everyday life. But the more you set these boundaries, the more you give these consequences, the more it becomes natural. And this is just the process of integration. The more you integrate it, the more natural it becomes. And when it's what people call second nature, it's actually your true nature. You're embodying your true nature. You're embodying the natural you. It's so natural, it's effortless, because it's no longer apart from you. It's no longer separate from you. It's no longer something that you're denying, avoiding, hiding, suppressing. And because you have met that energy fully, then you are able to fully express that energy. And you do so through the integration of setting those boundaries and giving those consequences. You might have all these different ideas of what these boundaries are. Well, that's too harsh, that's too rude, that's too cold, that's too much. And this is the narrative that actually is the distortion. It's part of that resistance. Not part of, it is that resistance to those aspects of yourself that have yet to be integrated. And because you believe that narrative, this is going to be too rude, this is unkind, this is too much, this is unnecessary, I'll give them a second chance, I'll just accept it, I'll let it go. You start to slide. It's a slippery slope because you're no longer holding the structure. You're no longer being the structure. You collapse under pressure. You have no boundaries, so getting walked all over becomes the norm. There's no consequences. You're not taken seriously or respected, is the better word. There's a lack of honor. And you see all of these different qualities really are expressions of the masculine energy. But like I said, as you integrate it, then you are confronting more and more of yourself. You're meeting more and more of yourself. And you meet more and more of yourself through the process of integration in these everyday experiences. It's not like you're going to sit on some meditation cushion and start integrating this stuff. The integration process happens through living everyday life. And it's showing up so naturally as these opportunities to set the boundary, to give a consequence when that boundary is not respected. And like this, it becomes very natural for you. And ultimately, it's a natural expression of who and what you truly are. So if you're ready to start setting boundaries, start giving consequences in your life to really integrate more and more of that masculine energy, meeting more and more of yourself, to shift from not being afraid of those parts of yourself, but actually finding your strength in those parts of yourself that you've been avoiding, so that they ultimately transform your life to how you know and feel deep in your heart it could be. Then I invite you to join me on the transformational journey of truth.